I'm Ethan Lane, Vice President of Government Affairs for the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, here in our Washington, D.C. office. It's election season here in Washington, which means your lobby team is working around the clock to monitor the unfolding races across the country that could impact cattle producers and farm policy here in our nation's capital. As has been the case the last few election seasons, a few weeks after the race, we're still waiting for a few of these key results to come in order to determine exactly what kind of Congress we're going to be dealing with in January of next year. It's clear by now that the House of Representatives will be controlled by Republicans, and we're expecting to see some key committee assignments start to take shape in the coming days. G.T. Thompson, the ranking member currently of the House Agriculture Committee from Pennsylvania, will undoubtedly be the chairman of the House Agriculture Committee moving into next year. This is great news for cattle producers across the country, as GT has been an absolute champion for our industry and for all of agriculture. Similarly, we're looking at quite a few changes in the leadership of the Ag Committee as different members either retire, a few of them lost, and others are going to be looking for new committee assignments in the new Congress. We would encourage you to pay attention to those changes as we move forward over the next few months, as you may be surprised to find a member of Congress that represents you no longer on the Ag Committee, or perhaps one that's been representing you that's now on the Ag Committee, which could give you a really important voice as a constituent in the conversation in Washington, D.C. We're also obviously watching the U.S. Senate, where a few of those key races have kind of kept everybody in suspense about just what leadership we're going to have in control of the U.S. Senate moving into the next Congress. That all-important runoff election in Georgia coming up on December 6th is going to be pivotal for what kind of dynamic we're going to have, both for spending bills as well as the upcoming farm bill that will dominate agriculture policy in Washington in the coming year. NCBA's Political Action Committee played a pivotal role in this season's elections as well. We met with dozens of candidates and supported more than 150 candidates and members through the contributions you have made to our Political Action Committee. And we had a success rate of more than 90% of our contributions going to members that eventually won their races or new candidates that won their seats in Congress. So these new members that are coming to Congress, we already have relationships with on day one. We're looking forward to building on those relationships, educating them about your priorities in Washington, D.C., and building a foundation that will lead to another successful year for NCBA's policy team in Washington. We thank you for all of your engagement in this process. We're looking forward to more of that engagement and feedback in the years to come as we work with the 118th Congress to advance all the priorities that are important to cattle producers across the country.
Now, you can help NCBA fight for common sense policies and against efforts that threaten the future of the beef cattle industry by becoming a member of NCBA. It's easy to do. Just call 866-233-3872, or you can visit the website ncba.org.